The final season of Star vs. the Forces of Evil was super fun to watch, and the series finale was honestly really great. But I do know that there are a lot of fans out there like me who think that a few things could have wrapped up differently. And look man, I'm not a hater. I legitimately love this show. However, there is one thing that I would change. I wanted to see Marco go full evil. Seriously, with all the foreshadowing, I was super surprised that we didn't get a single Dark Marco episode to wrap up all the hype. Maybe this is because the show got canceled after only 4 seasons. God damn it, Disney XD. Or maybe Daron Nefcy just had a change of heart. Either way, it couldn't hurt to write a couple of spin-off comics called Donnie Marco, could it? I'm Whitney Van Laningham, and today we're going over why I think Star vs. the Forces of Evil should have had a story arc for Evil Marco. Let's go back to season 1, when we first meet Marco's monster arm. As you probably remember, Marco breaks his arm being a dumb so Star pulls out her spellbook for the very first time to look up a bone healing spell.
Demonius Investica! I can feel it working!
Turns out that this bone healing spell is only slightly less terrible than this one.
Emendo!
Marco ends up getting a squiddly-looking monster arm that makes him more powerful than ever before. I mean, okay, at first it's kind of slimy and annoying, but pretty soon the monster arm starts helping Marco take down school bullies and kick ass at karate.
Hey, I think this monster arm might actually help me take out Jeremy. Hey!
And obviously the ladies are all over it.
I wanted to be my boyfriend.
Me too! High five!
Star spends all night trying to master a spell that will reverse it, but let's be real. You wouldn't give up your cool monster arm if you could do 675 push-ups with it. That must be amazing for Nope, Brett's not gonna let me say that. Alright, so the power in his arm goes to his head, and Marco gets a little cranky. He yells at Star when she offers to give him his regular arm back, and it's revealed that Marco's monster arm actually has a mind of its own. He convinces Marco to use the arm to kick his rival Jeremy's ass at the karate tournament, and then some.
And then we're gonna slaughter all humans and feast on their bowels!
Yeah! Wait, what?
I mean, we win the tournament!
Yeah!
Marco agrees because who wouldn't want Jacqueline Thomas, even if you have to eat a few bowels? In a dark twist, the monster arm tries to kill Jeremy and feast on his insides, so Marco has to battle his own arm to stop it from taking over. Luckily, Star wakes up just in time to show off her new arm regenerating spell, and the monster arm is defeated. But that's the thing, it shouldn't have been. So for the sake of this fan theory, let's take him seriously when the monster arm says this.
You'll never get rid of me! I'm part of you now!
You can treat the symptoms, but you'll never cure the virus!
So, in this headcanon, the monster arm virus lives dormant within Margot Diaz, waiting for its moment to strike back. We see another little snippet of what should have been foreshadowing for the ultimate Star vs. Marco showdown in the season 1 finale, when Star asks Marco to stick his hand in a hole to grab the world's most amazing sandwich in the sandwich dimension.
Come on, Marco, you try.
No.
See? There's no way that this wasn't supposed to carry on throughout the series. You don't just put in a monster arm flashback in the sandwich dimension for no good reason. I think that the monster arm was reminding him that he was still inside of him. The next time we see Dark Marco is in season 2 when Star and Marco read Eclipse's chapter of the spellbook for the first time. Star handles the forces of darkness pretty well, but Marco, not so much.
Didn't really affect me that much. Just wasn't my thing.
Yes!
But Marco, on the other hand... Yikes.
Hello? Marco only reacted to Eclipse's chapter because of the evil within him from the monster arm. Let's break down Eclipse's chapter in the Book of Spells. It seems like Baby Girl started writing spells in the book around the time she began her relationship with the Prince of Darkness, aka her future husband Globgor. Eclipse has always had an affinity for the darker side of magic, and pretty much all of her spells reflect her taste and powers. I think that Eclipse started playing around with dark magic when she began learning from monsters, something none of her human ancestors had bothered to do in a very long time. And while Eclipse and Globgor turned out to be the least racist people in Mooney the whole time by the end of the season finale, Eclipse still wrote some pretty dang dark spells when she was young. When Marco read Eclipse's chapter of the Book of Spells, it gave powers to the evil within him once more, just like Monster Arm promised. Like, seriously, Disney, if you weren't gonna give us Marco Darko, why did you black out his eyes and have him levitate? And if that's what happens to Marco when he's just reading dark magic spells, it has to be even crazier when he's performing them. We finally see Marco perform some spells in Season 3, when he uses Star's wand to pull her out of the realm of magic. And even though he doesn't do anything bad or evil, his wand does end up looking pretty spooky.
And there. Now it has your mole.
But Marco technically does perform one of Eclipse's evil spells, the All-Seeing Eye, and I think that the reason he's able to do such a powerful spell on the very first try is because of all that secret evilness flowing through his veins.
Unveil to me what is forbidden!
Want more proof? When Marco tries to do normal, not evil spells in the realm of magic during the battle with Tom, he sucks at magic. His narwhals come out all wheezy and useless. If he's not part evil, why was it so easy for him to do a super powerful Dark Eclipse spell without any practice, but he can't even perform a single narwhal blast?
Narwhal blast! Oh man!
Oh, but speaking of Marco's wand, I found a really cool add-on to this theory from Tumblr user Conrasan. Have you ever noticed that the word evil in Star vs. the Forces of Evil's logo has the same little bat wings as Marco's wand? Conrasan even went so far as to Photoshop the logo, and it actually spells out Marco when you flip it around. I lost my goddamn mind when I saw that. You cannot tell me that this isn't definitive proof that Marco was supposed to have an evil story arc from the very beginning. According to the show's actual logo, the Star vs. Marco battle most fans were wishing for should have totally happened.
Returnio Arius Normorino!
Alright, so now that we've recapped all the foreshadowing, here's how I think Marco's story arc should have ended. Granted, they would have had to add a few episodes so that this portion of the season finale could have been elongated, but whatever. Pretend we have extra time in the season for this. When Star and Marco return to the realm of magic, they discover that Tom has been trapped in there literally the entire time, and has formed a partnership with the evil unicorn that's been turning all the magic dark. When Marco finally jams the spoonful of pudding into Tom's mouth, he accidentally gores himself on the dark unicorn's horn.
What is happening? Oh, dude, are you okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Instead of doing literally anything to wrap up that plot point, Disney has Marco zip up his hoodie and walk away with a gaping abdominal wound. They never explain if or how the hole heals, and we never talk about it again. That's real dumb, so I'm gonna fix it. What if when Marco got stabbed by the dark unicorn, it reignited the evil monster arm within him once more? Darkness would spread from the hole in his stomach to every part of his body, until his arm is devoured again once more by his old friend.
Don't listen to her. She's just jealous.
What? You can talk?
You don't need her anymore. I can give you everything you ever dreamed of.
For the final battle of the season, Star has to battle Marco's monster arm, but this time it's more difficult because the magic has spread to his entire body. All hope seems lost because Marco is kicking Star's ass, and none of her spells are strong enough to stop him on their own. But Moon, Eclipsa, and Meteora use their magic one last time to stop the magic and transform Marco back into himself, and the day is saved. Afterwards, they create the portal, merge the dimensions, blah blah, and the rest is history. But come on! Wouldn't that solve like at least a few Marco-related plot holes? They could have used the unicorn stab to trigger Marco's bad boy side and satiate fans' desires for a Starco battle. It would have made the union of Muni and Earth that much sweeter if there was a chance that the two dimensions could have been torn apart permanently. If I haven't convinced you yet that Marco should be morphed into a monster at some point in the series, let me drop 3 little words that will change your mind. Dark Princess Turdina. Come on! You know that would be so cool!
This is the very first Turdina poster we hung up. All of your t-shirts and all of your dolls and a lock of your hair and a poster of your movie.
Oh, I gotta get a DVD of that.
Obviously, that's not how the show ended, and hey, I'm cool with it. Daron Nefcy is a genius, and she killed it with Star. This is just my idea of how the series should have ended, but I want to know what you think in the comments. Do you think Marco should have gone darker at some point in the series, or are you happy that he remained relatively unscathed?
Because with or without magic,
We belong together.
Let me know in the comments below, click to the left of my face for more fan theory videos, and I'll be back next week to ruin your childhood.